Okay, we will make a start. Thank you very much for tuning in if you are watching live or if you are watching on catch up. My name is Paul Andrews. I work for the Digital Solutions Project, put my teeth in, based in the University Centre Shrewsbury. What we'll do is I'll just talk very, very briefly about the project. First of all, if you're not familiar with who we are and what we do, we're based in the University Centre Shrewsbury. The purpose of our project is to provide help and support that's free, it's fully funded, so it doesn't cost anything, free support to small to medium enterprises, small to medium businesses based in Shropshire and Telford and Wrekin, and specifically helping those businesses develop digitally innovative services or products. So that's kind of what we do. The purpose of these live streams, though, is to give businesses and anyone else really access to or a greater awareness of some free tools that they can use to help them with their business. This is basically what we're all about. So we've been doing these live broadcasts now for a number of weeks, pretty much since lockdown started. And if you go to our website is digitalucs.co.uk. And if you put /live in front of that, or if you just go to our website and click on the live link up here, you will be able to access all of the previous live streams that we've done as well. So this is the 6th one that we've done, so it's all on here. If at any point during today's stream you have a question, then at the bottom of the screen right now you should see there's a little ticker running at the bottom with our Twitter handle and our email address. These are being monitored and maintained by my wonderful colleague Verity, who is also lurking around on Facebook and YouTube as well to pick up your comments. So if you do have any comments or questions or feedback or suggestions, feel free to send them to us via... So I've just paused, a massive wasp has just flown past my face. Feel free to send them to our email address or Twitter or, like I say, Facebook or YouTube. Verity will pick those up and then she'll send them over to me, and then we will do our best to answer them live during the stream. If not, we will get back to you as soon as we possibly can. Okay, I've recovered. Today's talk is creating apps with no code. And everything I'm going to say to you today is on this notes page here, so you can access this anytime you want to. Now, there are different types of mobile apps that businesses can make. Okay, what we're going to be looking at today is something called a progressive web app, or a progressive web application, called a PWA for short. How this differs to a normal mobile phone app is a normal mobile phone app that you might think of is one that you might go to your phone's app store. So if you're on Android, it's the Google Play Store, or it's the Apple App Store if you're on an iOS device. And then you browse the store, and then you click on the link, and then you will download and install that app from the store. A PWA, a progressive web app, works differently in that it's accessed via a web address, so it runs within the web browser of the device itself. So it's not installed locally onto the phone or the tablet. There are pros and cons to both approaches, but the PWA approach does allow you it means, for a pretty rapid turnaround in app development, but B, it means you can get your apps out there without having to pay any money to the store holders, because otherwise you need like a developer license with Google or Apple. So there are pros and cons to each approach, but we're going for this one today purely because it's the fastest way for a business to get something out there, to get a mobile app out there onto the internet that people can access. And there's a video here. I won't kind of play this video for you now, but if you do want to watch a video that goes into the differences between, say, these apps that you install via the App Store and a progressive web app, you can do. But the simplest way of thinking about it is it's basically like a website, excuse me, that's been specially formatted to look and feel like a mobile phone app, and it just works, so it's quite nice. The tool we are going to kind of showcase to you today is something called Glide. Now what I'm going to try and do in a second, I'm just going to check that my sound is up here. I'm going to play you a little video. This one, it's kind of 90 seconds. It's from Glide themselves, and it explains essentially what Glide is all about. So I'm going to stop talking and I will play this video for you now, and we'll go full screen.
Glide makes it easy and fun for anyone to build a beautiful, useful mobile app from a Google Sheet without writing any code. The apps are powered by the data in your spreadsheet. They're simple to customize and can be shared with a link. You can use Glide for school, work, or your hobbies. Best of all, Glide is easy and fun to use and takes minutes to learn. Let's check it out. I have a Google Sheet which helps me track inventory at my store. In Glide, I click New App, pick the sheet, and Glide automatically generates a default app as a starting point. Now I can customize it. I can add components and connect them to the columns in my Google Sheet. I can tweak the layout, add photos, change the theme, accent color, and add my own icon. And I can even enable chat and comments in my app. I can then share my app using a custom link. People who visit it will be able to add the app to their home screen so they can access it anytime. Now my employees have a simple to use app that helps them stay on top of the inventory in our store. The coolest thing is that my app and Google Sheets stay in sync, so I can make updates to my sheet anytime, and this will flow directly back to my app. I can also let my users add data themselves, and this will flow up to my sheet. Everything stays in sync. Take a look at our templates and the Made with Glide gallery to check out some of the apps people are building. We can't wait to see what you build.
Okay, so that's a brief introduction as to what Glide is. The video is a bit jumpy there because I'm playing it and then streaming it back out. If you watch it on our website, that'll be nice and smooth for you, so no problem at all. There is another video which I'm not going to go and play now, but this basically gives you a bit of a technical overview as to what it can do. But for now, I just want to take you over to the Glide website, and so you can access it by clicking on this button here in our notes. Alternatively, you can just go to glideapps.com. So this is the website here. Now, in order to do this, you will need a Google account. They are free. If you have an Android phone already, then you've already got a Google account, and the same goes if you've got a Gmail account already or a YouTube account already. But the idea is you sign in with your Google account, and then once you've signed in, you can then start making apps or creating things from a template. Now, what I'm going to do here, so I'm going to show you some of the templates that are available straight away. These are really nice because if you're looking at this and you're a certain business type, you might find there's a template that's actually pretty much good to go already. And you can see some of them are paid for, but we're only really interested in the free ones for now because we want to keep the costs low and the financial risk at an absolute minimum. So let's say if we go down to something like startups, and we'll see what's available there. So, for example, we have a simple CRM here, simple customer relationship management system, and we have a simple online store as well. Glide allows you to make online stores that people can buy products and services from you too. So if I just go for the simple CRM, just for argument's sake, and we'll have a look, and what it does is it lets you preview that particular app there, and so you can have a go with it, and we can copy the template if we want and start playing around with it. Now, I'm not going to use this particular template at the moment. I'm going to show you something else that we've got in mind for today, something nice and simple. But like I say, there are lots and lots of different things you can use this particular platform for. It is, if you are a small business, it's well worth having a look at these templates to see if there's anything that you might use or you might find helpful for your business. Okay, so what we're going to do though is I'm going to jump straight into Glide now, and I'm going to show you an example of how it works, because in the best Blue Peter fashion, here is one we made earlier. So this is a brand new Glide app ready to go, and what I just want to do is I'm going to walk you through very quickly and show you how you can populate this app for use. So how Glide basically works is it looks to a Google spreadsheet. Now we have covered Google spreadsheets in a previous live stream. So again, if you're not familiar with Google spreadsheets, they're basically an online version of Excel, completely free though, and compatible with Excel as well, so it's quite handy. So the idea is that every tab on your app corresponds to a tab on your spreadsheet. So we've got three tabs here. Ignore the backups for a second. We've got an About tab, a Contact tab, and a Stay Updated tab. And what we're going to do is we're going to use these three tabs, this spreadsheet here, to make a very simple a very simple app for a particular business that describes a business that you could then say to people, it's almost like having a digital business card. You can say to people, here is my app, it describes what my business is, and you can contact me straight away. So if you're going to networking, this can be quite powerful. We use this platform for when we do our, we're not doing one at the moment because of lockdown, are we? But when we do our face-to-face networking events, we use this platform a lot to create apps for people so they can network effectively. So what I'm going to do is so I've got my app is here and I've got my About Us tab is here. And I want to add some information in. So if I go over to, where are we? My spreadsheet, and I'm going to put in here something about a business. So I can type in anything I want in here. Now, hopefully this won't be too slow. So I can say something like, we sell, I don't know, what's very inoffensive, pillows to people so they, typos, they get a good night's sleep, for example. Okay, you have to ignore any spelling and grammar. I do apologise. And then what we can do there is, so I've put that one in there. Now, if I go back over to my app over here, now I'm going to have to wait for the spreadsheet to kind of like update. But there we go. So you can see it there. It's a bit small there, but hopefully you can make it out. There it says, we sell pillows to people so they get a good night's sleep. So it's pulled in the information I've typed in the spreadsheet straight away into this app here. Now, the reason it knows how to do this is because you can see on this right-hand side here, you've got components that you can add into your app. And what you do is when you add a component in, you say to the system, I want you to look and pull in a piece of information from the spreadsheet that I'm using. So if I wanted to add in a new component, I can hit the plus button here, and it should give me a whole load of, there's all sorts of different options. And again, haven't got time to go into them today on the live stream. The purpose of this is just to let you know that it's possible and to encourage you to have a go for yourself. But there's loads of things you can do. So you can sound, images, videos, maps, shopping carts, the lot. But we'll keep it nice and simple. So if I wanted to put in some more text, so the idea is I can put some text in here, and I'll just have it as normal text. I won't bother formatting it. And when I do that, I click on text. It then says, okay, I understand because I've already said what the spreadsheet is, and it's looking at the About Us tab. It scans the top and it says, okay, you've got two columns here. You've got About and Company logo. Where do you want me to pull the information from? And so I say to the system, right, I want you to pull the information from the About column here, and then it will get the information that's in this column for the first row, we sell pillows to people, and it will place it as text into the app just there. Of course, now I've got two things saying the same thing, so I need to delete one of them. So I'm just going to click on the bin up here to get rid of it. So you get the idea. Again, I'm just trying to show you that you can connect this thing to a spreadsheet, put the information into the spreadsheet, and then it automatically appears in the app. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, okay, that's fine. How do I view this app? It's not the best app in the world, but we'll add some more content in a second. But if you want to be able to view this app on your phone, and you can do this right now if you want to, can hear people on the phone, I do apologise. The joys of working at home. So if you want to be able to view this app, and you can do this right now if you're watching live, if I click on share, and I'll leave this up just for a second, you can see that there is I'll copy this. So to access this app right now on your mobile phone as you're watching this, you can actually go to your web browser and type in dsstream, so Digital Solution Stream, dsstream.glideapp.io. So it's dsstream.glideapp.io. If you're doing this on a computer, I know, Verity, I know. So Verity said, is that a landline? Yes, it is a landline. It's not my landline, but it is a landline. So if you're doing this on a computer, what will happen is... So people are messaging me now. You put me off. Stop it. Right. So yes, I'm broadcasting live from the 1920s, and we have landlines. So this is what you would see if you were to look at it on your web browser. But if you look at it on your smartphone, you will just go. It'll actually just launch as an app that you can play around with yourself. So again, I admit it's not the greatest app in the world, but you get the idea. So we need to put some pictures in here now. So if I go back over to my app, let's close that down just there. Now, because I've already told it that I want to have an image in, it's going to find it. It's going to look for the company logo column on my spreadsheet and put an image in. But I haven't got an image there yet, so I need to find one. So what I can do. And again, I can be, if I just do, I don't know, if I put in a search for pillows, Google Safe Search should be on, so I think we're okay, not going to offend anybody. There we go, that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find, again, it's not, I just want a picture of a pillow. There we go, there's some pillows. So we can grab the image of a pillow. This is riveting, isn't it? I know. And then we can copy the web address of that pillow. Open image, copy that there, copy image address. Go back to our spreadsheet, and I'm going to pop in the web address that I've just copied of the pillow just there. Now, hopefully this will work. I have backup if it doesn't, but we'll see. So now I've got my blurb in there and an image in there. Now, if I go back over to my app, hopefully, might need to refresh in a second. Oh, there we go, bam. So you see what it's done is it's pulled in the web address of the image that I wanted, and now, so if you imagine you've got company logo here, and we can have a load of blurb down here. Okay, so it's that simple. What I've done is, again, Blue Peter tradition, we've already kind of made a whole load of a bump here about the digital solutions project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to copy all this stuff here, and I'm just going to paste it in now. Now you've got the idea of how this thing works. We can just pop that in there, and then hopefully, if it works, there we go. Come back to the app, and in a minute you should see the pillows vanish, the blurb vanish, and it should start talking about the digital solutions project instead. Might take a couple of seconds to update. If it does, not a problem. We will continue on to the next tab. I'm going to continue on to the next tab. So, similar sort of thing. So for this one here, it's like you've got your business app, and you've said, look, this is what we're about, this is what we do. Still pillows. Then you can give people ways to contact you. So again, if I go back over to my spreadsheet and I click on contact, what I have here, I've already set it up. I have had some introduction text, and then we can put a picture in if we want to, and then we can put an email address in. So I can just put something like, I don't know, digital UCS at chester.ac.uk, because that's our email address. He says, call us. I'll just put in a fake number for now. So if we do 01743, that's our area code, 123456. The website, we can put in a website. So we'll put in digital UCS. There we go. Now, the Visit Us one, we can actually put an address in there with a location. I've actually got, again, I'm going to show you the preview for a second, then I'll copy the actual proper one in. So if I come back over here for a second, I still got pillows. I've still got pillows. Amazing. But it doesn't matter. So if I go back over to contact over here, hopefully by now, is this, why aren't you updating? Let's refresh it a little bit and zoom out. There we go, let's try that. Force a reload. Hopefully. There we go, now it's updated, right. So I'll come back, there we go. So I've put the information into the spreadsheet here, and what the app is now doing, it pulls out all this information here, and it lists it here. And because we've already told Glide what information to expect, it will then automatically let us, from your phone, make a call based on the number that's been put in, send an email using your phone's email client, and if we were to click on that on your smartphone, it will take you to the digital UCS website. So again, it's like having a digital business card in this particular use of it. So if I come back over and I'll put the full version in again, so I want the contact, which is over here, he says. Again, when you're doing this, it'll be much faster. The problem is because I'm live streaming at the same time, it's a little bit slow, but this happens every week. So let's go over to contact over here, and I'm just going to replace all this stuff with the pre-written stuff that we have there. There we go. So now if I go back over to this thing here, we'll hit a reload again, and it should update in a second. There we go. So now what we've put in is same information as before. We've actually got the real phone number in now. So again, if you are looking at the app on your phone right now, if you were to tap this, it will call our office phone. I wouldn't bother calling the office phone because we're all working from home at the moment, but you can send us an email if you want to. You can visit our website, but also now we've put in our address and we have a live Google map down here, which means if you're a business and you want to tell people how to find you, then you can use this facility. People can tap on the map and it will use the phone's own mapping system to give them directions with traffic updates on how to get to you from wherever they are in the world. So again, quite a nice little system that you've got here using the mapping features. Just come back to the About Us again. Now it should have updated. You can see before, rather than the pillows have now gone, we have the logo and we've put some formatted text in there that explains what the Digital Solutions project is all about. But like I say, equally that could just be your business and your services. So the last one we've got over here is the Stay Updated. Now again, you can see here on the right, we've kind of pre-made, we've got things ready. So we've got some words and we've got some links, and we're expecting Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, yada, yada, yada. What I'm going to do is, rather than typing them all in, I'm just going to literally go over to the pre-made stuff over here. I think pre a lot. Then copy that if I can, if it'll let me. Copy that. And we will go back over to the Stay Updated tab. And I'm going to paste that in here. There we go. So in the spreadsheet, all I've done is I've just put in the web addresses to the various social media platforms. We've got Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and so on and so forth. And then I've told Glide to get the information from the spreadsheet and turn these into links. So again, if I refresh the sheet down here, what we should find is, there we go. So it's now populated the app right away. And again, if you are looking at this app on your mobile phone or even in a web browser right now, what you should find is by clicking each of these links, it will take you to the Digital Solutions social media account that you've clicked on. So essentially what we've done in just under 20 something minutes is we've used Glide to make a free mobile phone app that can be used to tell someone about your business, what you do, give people lots of different ways of contacting you straight away and visiting your premises once you're back open again, and contacting you and interacting with you on social media. It's a very, very, very simple example. Like I say, this tool can be used for lots and lots of different things. Now, this is the free version that we've been using. Glide does come with a paid-for version, which unlocks various different features. The main thing to be aware of, and this is the only really thing to be aware of if you're a small business, is that if you're using the free account, your back-end spreadsheet can only have 500 rows on it, and that's totaling across all the different tabs. Okay, so it's not 500 rows on one tab, 500. It's literally the total number of rows that you've got going across. So if you exceed that number, then the app won't see the data in the new rows. So that would be the point you wanted to upgrade and start paying money. However, in our experience, we've yet to encounter a small to medium business that's had to go over that limit, as long as the app is planned out appropriately. But yeah, it shouldn't be an issue. So, coming back over, if I just scroll down a little bit more. Okay, so what we've just done is we've worked through how to create a very simple business app. We've put the link to it in the notes as well, so you can access it. We've also put the live spreadsheet here for you. And again, it hasn't updated yet. No, it's still thinking. Oh, there we go. So you can actually look at the live back-end data that we've put in that feeds the app on the front as well. That's all on our notes page as well, so you can see how that works. Underneath that, we've put a link back into the templates that I was talking about earlier. Like I say, I would encourage you to have a look. If you're a small to medium business, have a look at the templates to see if there's a ready-made template there which you can use that's going to solve a specific problem or meet a specific business need that you've got. And then underneath that, what we've put is a whole load of links that you might find useful, from how to make a Google account to, say, the Glide Apps website itself. We put the links to the template in there, and we've also put links to the documentation to learn how to actually use the platform itself. I'll just call that up in a second. It's really nice, really user-friendly. So again, it doesn't assume anything. It's got some really nice quick starts, and it's all based on videos. There's lots of videos you can watch, kind of visual tutorials and stuff. So that's all there if you want it. Alternatively, if you get stuck, you can go to the support forums. It's a really good community forum they've got here. When we first started using it, we were on the community forums a lot, asking questions about how you do certain things. The community is really, really helpful. Again, it's taking a little bit of time to load, but we will get there in the end. I'll leave it ticking away whilst we look at something else. Okay. So that's the summary, really. Like I said before, the purpose of all of these live streams, it's not to show you how to use the platform, because we can't do that over the course of a live stream. It's to make you aware of what's possible, and to say if you want to have a go, it won't cost you any money. So if you wanted to try this Glide Apps right now, you can do. So, questions. I think we've only had one question in so far. So Ben said, was there a limit on how many pages? So we've got a question from Ben. He said, was there a limit, or is there a limit on how many pages you can have on the free plan? So, Ben, I'm going to assume that what you're talking about here is, if I go back to my, hang on, getting confused me tabs now myself. Look at this. Right. So I'm going to assume that you're talking about the tabs down here. So the answer is no. From a user point of view, what you're better off doing is, say, planning out the app. I would recommend you have no more than 5 down here. It gets a bit cluttered. What you can do though, is if you want to, see if I can demo this here. Again, it's a little bit slow. If I go to tabs, you can put sections in a drop-down menu. So let's just say it's got some demo ones here. So I'm just going to pull in the shopping cart. We haven't set the shopping cart up for the purpose of this demonstration, but I'm just going to put it up there, and I'm going to bring the chat with it as well. And now what will happen is, you see up here, we get this kind of 3-bar menus appeared now. If we click on that, you can have multiple pages down here. So if you need more than say 3 or 4 things at the bottom down here, I would recommend you use the side menu as well, or instead, to actually give people a greater choice of options. So yeah, that's one thing you can do. So I think that's about it, really. So I'm going to stop talking. If you have any further questions, please do email us, or you can tweet at us if you want to, or just leave them in the comments. And all that's left really to say is thank you very much for watching. If you want to get in touch with us to inquire about getting support from us, the easiest way to do that is you can either drop us an email if you want. The details are all on our website, so it's digitalucs.co.uk. Alternatively, what you can do is, if we come down here, on our live streaming pages, where we're live streaming this, it's all a bit Inception, we're live streaming this video that you're watching right now on this page here. There's a little button that says click here to request a call back. So if you don't want to give us a call, or you don't want to drop us an email, you can click on this button here, and you'll be taken to a little form, an online form. If you complete that online form, again, it's been a bit slow, then a member of the team will contact you and have a chat with you about how we can help you. Should we see if the forum's loaded up yet? There we go. So I said the forum's really helpful for Glide. It took a little bit of time to get there, but you can see this is the live forum, so you can post a question or a request for help, and members of the community will get back to you very, very, very quickly. So you see here, for example, this thing was posted 9 minutes ago, and it's had 9 responses already. So yeah, it's really good. Okay, so I will stop talking. Thank you ever so much for tuning in, or watching again on catch up. We will be back next Friday. What are we doing next Friday, he says. He can't remember. If I go to our live stream app, it'll tell us. Next week, to the 22nd of May, we will be doing getting started with podcasts. So if you're interested in starting podcasting, please do tune in. All right, thank you ever so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.